'cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden chance to make my way.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're ranking all the songs from the 1971, 2005, and 2023 movie adaptations of Roald Dahl's chocolatey classic. If you haven't seen any of them, some plot points will be discussed, so this is your spoiler warning.
Singing this song will improve your mood.
Number 20, Wonka's Welcome Song, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This marks the moment when the golden ticket holders and their guardians enter the factory gates. There's an unexpected shift in the vibe as the guests are greeted by a short animatronic musical number.
Willy Wonka, the amazing chocolatier. Willy Wonka, everybody give a cheer.
Their expressions pretty much say it all. It does a fantastic job of setting the stage for the surreal experience that's about to unfold. Think almost if the Chucky creators were behind the It's a Small World ride.
There's so much generosity, there is no way to contain it.
That foreboding welcome probably would have had us backing back out the factory gates. The chocolatier decides to skip his grand entrance, choosing instead to enjoy the spectacle alongside his guests.
The magician and the chocolate whiz, the best darn guy who ever lived. Willy Wonka, here he is.
Well, at least someone enjoyed the show. Say what you will, Danny Elfman knows how to set a tone. Number 19, Cheer Up Charlie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is the song Charlie's mom sings when he's disappointed about not getting a golden ticket.
Cheer up, Charlie, give me a smile. What happened to that smile I used to know?
It's a heartfelt tune about a mother's unwavering love for her son and her wish to see him happy no matter what. While parents in the audience likely shed a few tears over the touching lyrics, as kids, this song felt like a bit of a drag.
Charlie's lucky day will come along. Till that day you gotta stay in strong.
Come on, the movie's titled Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Did they really expect us to believe Charlie's hopes were truly dashed? If anything, this song was like one of those chocolates you take a bite of, then pull a face when you realize it's not a mouth-watering caramel, or whatever your favorite is.
Just be glad you're you.
Number 18, Main Titles, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It really speaks to Elfman and Tim Burton's magic that, without a single word or lyric, they can immerse audiences into this wacky universe with both exhilaration and trepidation. Interestingly, Elfman and Burton didn't start on the same page for the opening music. Elfman envisioned a more dreamlike welcome, while Burton wanted to play up the film's vibrancy. So they tossed ideas around until they struck the chord that captured the essence of the entire story. Indeed, it does a flawless job of bringing Burton's vision to life. However, once the action starts, it quickly takes a back seat to the unfolding story and other musical numbers. Number 17, Sorry Noodle, Wonka. At this point, a despondent Wonka is forced to let go of his chocolatey dreams to save his friends. Then there's this bittersweet farewell to Noodle. He knows it's the right thing for her, but it stings.
Sorry, Noodle. I guess I got carried away.
Timothy Chalamet pours so much sadness and disappointment into each lyric that we practically feel like we're in his shoes.
Sorry, Noodle. I hope you'll forgive me one day.
The music carries this lingering sorrow and hangs in the air, wrapping you up in an emotional atmosphere that really pulls at your heart. Sadly, it's all over too quickly. Even though it hits you hard in the moment, there's just not enough time for the audience to truly soak in that melancholy feeling.
I just wanted it to feel the way that it did when I was a kid. Sorry, Noodle.
Number 16, A Hat Full of Dreams, Wonka. This is almost like an interesting twist on the musical I Want song, where the thing the singer desires keeps slipping further away.
I've got 12 silver sovereigns in my pocket and a hat full of dreams.
In the opening scene, Wonka hits town with big dreams and the means to make them happen. But fate throws a curveball, and bit by bit, Wonka faces mishaps that lighten his purse. Amidst it all, he keeps his optimism, holding on to his sweet hat full of dreams.
I got nothing to offer but my chocolate and a hat full of dreams.
It's a lively number that brilliantly introduces us to our protagonist, showcasing his almost unshakable good spirits. Seeing him cling to his dreams even after losing his last silver sovereign just makes us root for him even more.
And a hat full of dreams.
Number 15, Mike TV, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. In the 1971 movie, the Oompa Loompas dished out cautionary tales using the same tune with slight lyrical tweaks. In the 2005 film, each troublemaker gets a personalized moral lesson tailored to their personality.
The most important thing that we've ever learned, the most important thing we've learned as far as children are concerned, is never let them near the television set.
The high-energy beats, dynamic rhythm, and pulsating vibes are a blast from the hard rock past, where the hairstyles were as wild as the head-banging melodies. You might even recognize some of the lyrics if you've read the book.
Can no longer understand the fairy tale of fairyland. The fairyland, the fairyland.
His brain becomes as soft as cheese.
Powers must embrace. And I think he only says.
Still, it's hard to fully appreciate the number while watching Mini Mike bring a whole new and anxiety-inducing meaning to channel hopping. But major props to Deep Roy for rocking it as every single Oompa Loompa.
Very much regret that we shall simply have to wait and see if we can get him back to sight. But if we can, it sounds alright.
Number 14, The Candyman, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Remember those days when your folks slipped you a few bucks for an after-school treat? Well, that's where we find Charlie's classmates getting the scoop on Wonka's latest creations from Bill, their friendly local candy shop owner.
Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two?
Bill sings about what a visionary Willy Wonka is while essentially just handing out candy to these lucky kids. Does he send the bill to their parents later? Let's not overthink it.
Willy Wonka makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes.
Originally penned by Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley for the movie, this track took on a life of its own, especially after Sammy Davis Jr. covered it. Its popularity has stood the test of time, making appearances in various films, TV shows, and other media.
The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
Number 13, The Wondrous Boat Ride, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Perhaps like many kids, you fast-forwarded through this scene if you had any hopes of getting a decent night's sleep. First, we're lulled into a false sense of comfort with a snippet of pure imagination, then bam! Welcome to the Tunnel of Terror.
There's no earthly way of knowing
He's singing.
which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing.
Those trippy visuals, the eerie music, and Willy Wonka's unnerving demeanor during the boat ride have left an indelible mark on those who've experienced it. We can never shake off those nightmarish images, but it's all thanks to Gene Wilder's brilliantly creepy, deadpan delivery that the whole scene comfortably set up shop in our minds rent-free.
The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing?
Looks like it's sleeping with the lights on kind of night for us tonight. Number 12. All the Oompa Loompa songs. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Remember what we said before about the original Oompa Loompa tracks? Same melody, different lyrics.
Oompa, Loompa, Doompa Dee Da. If you're not spoiled, then you will go far. You will live in happiness too.
Yep, each of these reckless rule breakers gets a version of the song tailor-made for their mishap. Is singing a song after a kid, say, gets stuck in a chute or blows up like a blueberry the most appropriate move? Probably not. But the repetitive tune ensures the moral sticks like glue.
I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa, Loompa, Doompa Da Dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Indeed, if we ever considered sticking the tiniest toe over the line, the thought of becoming an Oompa Loompa's cautionary tale snapped us back into order. Even Wonka gets a taste when Hugh Grant's Lofty reprimands him for swiping cocoa beans in the 2023 prequel.
Oompa, Loompa, Doompa Dee Dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Number 11. You've never had chocolate like this. Hover Chocks. Wonka. Much like indulging in your favorite chocolate, this song irresistibly beckons us back for more, and a chunkier portion the second time around.
It beats its wings with glee, and then as you will see, the chocolate will levitate and float most gracefully.
The first version is a Wonka solo as he takes center stage with a sales pitch for his gravity-defying Hover Chocks. The second version includes the ensemble, who are blown away by this exceptional confection.
Well, there's chocolate, and there's chocolate. Only Wonkas makes you walk around the chocolate.
The lively and joyous melody echoes the golden age of movie musicals, and it's a number that would undoubtedly shine in a live performance. It's as delightful as taking the first bite of your favorite candy bar, and about as addictive.
You've never had chocolate like this.
You've never had chocolate like this.
Have you ever had chocolate like this?
Is it any wonder it got people dancing?
Only Wonkas makes your confidence skyrocket. Put your hand into your pocket, get yourself some Wonka chocolate.
Number 10. Violet Beauregard, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Just like Mike TV's sound echoed hard rock, Violet Beauregard's Oompa Loompa life lesson took a funkier turn.
Listen close, listen hard. Little Violet Beauregard, this gentle girl, she sees the room. Chewing, 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 chewing.
Wonka's helpers transport us back to the 70s, delivering a groove-filled tune about the kids' gum habits, reminiscent of the Shaft theme song or similar media from that era. If watching a child morph into a blueberry wasn't enough to keep us in check, watching Oompa Loompas dance on her rolling CGI frame surely did the trick.
Girls are chewing till at last, chewing muscles grow so fast. From a face a giant chew, that just like a violet.
Nevertheless, it's still a bop. Well, for those of us not turning into a giant blueberry. Between the amazing visuals, toe-tapping tune, and another scene-stealing performance from Roy, it's very easy to momentarily forget why they're singing at all. Number 9. Scrub Scrub, Wonka. This song feels like Joby Talbot and Neil Hannon's response to It's a Hard Knock Life, and it's almost as catchy. In it, Wonka, now a bonded laborer under the cruel Mrs. Scrubbit and Bleacher, watches his fellow bondsmen and women toiling away.
Scrub, scrub. But when we sing this song, the day don't seem so long. Scrub, scrub.
The melody captures the monotony of the repetitive work, while the rhythm almost provides a steady work pace. If we remove it from its dark context, it's definitely the kind of tune we'd belt out while tackling our own chores.
We all signed a dotted line, so we gotta do our time. Scrub, scrub.
Interspersed with interjections from the villainous duo, the song perfectly captures the dark whimsy found in Dahl's books. Also, did we mention it's such an earworm?
Scrub, scrub. Scrub, scrub.
Number 8. I Want It Now, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We may not condone Veruca's bratty behavior and entitled attitude, but let's face it, if she made all her demands in such a catchy tune and entertaining performance, who wouldn't be somewhat tempted to give her what she wants?
Cream buns and donuts and fruitcake with no nuts, so good you could go nuts.
You're gonna have all those things when you get home.
No, now! I want a ball!
The song is magnetic, and Julie Dawn Cole puts on one excellent show as Veruca Salt. In a 2011 interview, she revealed it took 36 takes to get it just right, and it was filmed on her 13th birthday.
And if I don't get the things I am after, I'm going to scream.
Charlie actor Peter Ostrom specifically called out the number as one of the film's most unforgettable moments, and we'd have to agree. Veruca Salt might be a bad egg, but Cole's performance is scrumdiddlyumptious.
Don't care how I want it now. Don't care how I want it now.
Number 7. Sweet Tooth, Wonka. The villains always get the sweetest tunes, and this one is downright delectable. The chocolate cartel tries to sweet-talk, literally, the chief of police into helping them take down Wonka.
Well, we've got everything you need.
Don't give me that conscience nonsense.
It's simply quid pro quo.
Patterson Joseph, Matt Lucas, and Matthew Bainton flaunt their villainous charm and comedic prowess, putting on a deliciously evil show. Meanwhile, Keegan-Michael Key adds to the hilarity with his poker face delivery and growing bewilderment as he succumbs to their tempting offer. Beyond the clever lyrics and ensemble brilliance, the scene's cabaret-like choreography kicks the humor up a notch, making it a standout spectacle.
Have you got a sweet tooth?
Me too, fellas.
Have you got the hots for chocks?
I do, really, yeah.
Do you think that candy's dandy?
Oh, yeah.
It's witty, goofy, and just a whole lot of fun. We're more than happy to savor every moment of this delightful number.
Keep your wretched chocolates!
1,800 boxes.
Oh, deal.
Number 6. Veruca Salt, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Sure, the Oompa Loompas could have tried saving Veruca for being chucked down a garbage chute that may or may not end in incineration, but why would they when they could just sing a groovy, mellow tune about how she landed in this predicament instead?
Veruca Salt, the little brute, has just gone down the garbage chute.
Apparently now is a perfect time to fill the room with peace, love, and let the sunshine in. You know, that kind of vibe. If it wasn't so absurd, it would probably be very unsettling. Still, once again, Roy distracts us from whatever horror some bratty kid just endured with a standing ovation-worthy performance. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that this psychedelic showstopper isn't just a fever dream.
The guilty ones, now this is sad. Dear old mom and loving dad.
Number 5. A World of Your Own, Wonka. When we first heard A World of Your Own, it sounded like they were trying to recapture the magic of pure imagination.
Here's a store that's like no other. If it were, I wouldn't bother.
It plays as Wonka opens his store, welcoming customers and looking back on the journey that brought him here.
Here is the wonder we used to feel back when the magic was real. A world of your own.
The charm of the original tune seamlessly weaves into this one, bringing back memories of our first glimpse of the chocolate room and how we envied those golden ticket holders, until we realized the factory wasn't big on health and safety. In hindsight, the song carries a bittersweet undertone as we know that Wonka will ultimately choose to live in a world of his own, away from everyone else.
This is our home, a world of our own.
Number 4. Augustus Gloop, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Apparently this was the first of the moralistic songs Elfman penned for the movie.
Gloop, Augustus Gloop, the great bakery nincompoop.
Taking influence from Bollywood's grand musical sequences, Elfman initially planned to thread this theme throughout the movie's music. However, Burton insisted on giving each character a unique sound. Fair play, we're not sure how the composer could have topped this anyway. Side note, fans of Dahl's classic will note the direct nod to the text in the lyrics.
We must admit,
He will be altered quite a bit.
Slowly wheels go round and round,
and cogs begin to grind and pound.
Anyway, imagine being Augustus. All he can do is stare as the Oompa Loompas sing savage taunts and vaguely hint that he'll be altered quite a bit. Nevertheless, for those of us whose future looks less fudgy, this song is a banger. Number 3, I've Got a Golden Ticket, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. In a memorable scene from the 1971 movie, Charlie rushes home to share the news of his golden ticket. Grandpa Joe, who has been bedridden until now, joins him in celebration.
I never had a chance to shine, never a happy song to sing, but suddenly half the world is mine. What an amazing thing.
His excitement fuels a transformation from barely standing to expressing childlike delight as he sings and dances around the room with his grandson. The song becomes a powerful symbol of hope and happiness, especially evident in Grandpa Joe's sudden burst of life.
'Cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden chance to make my way.
It captures the universal joy of when luck smiles and makes life feel like it handed us a golden ticket. Whether you're 8 or 80, who can't relate to the kind of bliss that makes you want to happy dance all over the place?
And with a golden ticket, it's a golden day.
Number 2, For a Moment, Wonka. One of the most compelling elements of Wonka's origin story is his adorable friendship with Noodle. Life has dealt her a challenging hand, and her friendship with the eternally optimistic Wonka is a silver lining.
He turns night to day, but don't get carried away.
But based on her past dashed hopes, she's unsure if this brightness will last or if it's just a fleeting moment. Meanwhile, Wonka lightens the mood by rattling off every possible rhyme he can think of for his companion's name.
Little snakes, flamingos, bears, and fools. Singing this song will improve your mood.
Their harmonies showcase their unique friendship and how well they complement each other's characters. This song will wrap you up in warmth and comfort, just like sipping a cozy mug of hot chocolate on a cold winter day.
And for moments, I kinda forgot to be sad.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Pure Imagination, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Does any tune truly embody the magic of Wonka's world like Pure Imagination?
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
It captures wonder, creativity, and the boundless possibilities of imagination. It invites listeners to envision a place beyond their wildest dreams where their creative minds can soar freely.
If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it.
So it's quite wild that Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley conjured all this in a song crafted in one day during a phone call. This enchanting melody echoes through the movie's finale and the start of its 2023 companion. In fact, when Chalamet revisits the tune later in the prequel, it feels like a sweet, full-circle moment infused with nostalgia, showing how cherished memories can spark things that must be believed to be seen.
There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination.
If you had a golden ticket for your all-time favorite song, which would it be? Let us know in the comments.
Bravo! Well done. Aren't they delightful? Aren't they charming?
Do you agree with our picks? check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.